Welcome to the venerable Last Bowl in Toledo, Ohio. It's week 11 of this college football season, and our coverage on EA Sports continues. It's the UMASS Minutemen and the Toledo Rockets. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline.
Guys, I caught up with the Toledo head coach before the game. He understands coming off that emotional upset win against the #1 team in the country last week could add a lot of fuel to their fire, but he does not want them focused on that. If they're focused on what they did last week, they won't be locked in and do their job this week. Worry about yourself is the advice that this team got from their head coach this week. Reese?
UMass will kick off and will be underway. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Rockets offense will go on the attack first. We expect to see plenty of this guy in Corey Smith, one of the better running backs in all of college football and a vital cog in this offense.
Well, he's a very special talent at running back, and in the future, it'll be interesting to see if he sticks around. Obviously, it's a long season, a long way to go. He's got a lot of ability. He's got speed, he can break tackles, he can catch the football. No question this year, this guy is going to be the whole key to the offense.
He is, and I tell you what, to watch in this matchup where they're kind of outmatched at most positions, how can he still make an impact on this game? Making guys miss, like doing it by himself, or can his offensive line pave the way a little bit and maybe be neutral to get him some of those matchups? But he is the one guy on this offense that can make life very, very difficult for you, and the other defense knows that. I'm really curious to watch how this unfolds.
Got it behind the line. It's White. Breaks into the open. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down. And the Rockets are flying down the field. Looks as if the defense was a little too eager there, got into the neutral zone, and that'll be a 5-yard penalty. So the early contact for the defense, and they'll move it up 5 yards. Left side is Bond. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
I'll tell you, I just don't like throwing wide receiver screens against press man coverage. Receivers are not great blockers, and they just couldn't get it done there, and as a result, the offense actually loses a couple of yards.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Wants to throw again. Makes the grab. It's Bond. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. They'll snap it from the 48 on 3rd and short. Trying to squeak through the pile. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. The Rockets will snap it on 1st and 10. Might as well give it to him again. Let's talk for a second about Toledo. They were really excited about the pickup they got last week. Commitment from a 3-star defensive back, David. And when programs at this level can get guys like that in the building, everybody celebrates.
That whole building gets excited because transfer pool is one thing, but high school recruiting, when you can get somebody out of high school with some raw tools that are really good, you can see the future could be bright. You take those guys, you try to develop them instead of going into the transfer pool.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. He gets the first one off, and he was busier than he hoped in that loss last week, being called on 5 times. The Minuteman offense heads onto the field for the first time today. And you've got to believe this defense has put in extra time to try to slow down this tight end, David. But the question, can they even stop him?
It's one thing to watch it. It's another thing to stop it. And just impressed with the way they move him around. They use him. Sometimes he blocks. Sometimes he's a wide receiver. You're like, sometimes he's a lineman. Sometimes he's a wide receiver. So tough to figure out where he's going to be to double team him. but I bet he's got the attention of this defense, Jesse.
He does for sure, and because of that, David, I think it's going to open up some opportunities for maybe some of the other guys out wide. If you've got two guys covering the tight end as a quarterback, you've got to be ready to throw the football somewhere else sometimes, and so you might see a little bit more balance in the passing attack today.
It's just so hard to stop. There is no rhyme. There is no reason. He just scrambles around, makes people miss, and the next thing you know, you look up and he's 20, 30 yards down the field, and there's nothing you can do about it.
They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Hand it to the back. He's past the sticks. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. They're going to ride this running back. He'll move it ahead, and a good productive play on the ground. They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. They pull him down, but he's got enough, and it'll be a first down for this offense. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. UMass just kept it on the ground to move the sticks, and they might rely on that offensive line again. Comes down, it's Griffin. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. Motion from the wide receiver. Dropping back, it's Watson. It's complete to the right. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. Back to pass on 2nd down. Got there right as the ball did. Jarred it loose. It'll be 3rd down. Trying to pick up a first down. Running inside. It's Baldwin. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. 4th down and 3, and they'll try to pick it up. Snapped it, and he has to have it. Fires to the right. And it's swatted away. It's a turnover on downs. First play of this drive. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
And they get to the quarterback and get the sack. That's a big emphasis for this defense. They saw a week ago, this offense gave up 3 sacks. They need to get to him early and often and create some indecision. Nice job getting a sack early in this football game.
And the Rockets with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Wants to go up top on 2nd down. Look out! And it's a sack.
Reese, never a doubt. Are you kidding me? He had a 2-yard cushion there. Like, he knew exactly where he was on the field, trying to throw the ball down the field, create some space, right, to make it easier for your play caller. Quarterback gets sacked, but thank goodness it wasn't a safety.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now 1 more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Got a little space. He's not going to get there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down decision. The Rockets will punt this one away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. At midfield, trying to turn it upfield. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Hits inside, it's Baldwin. Knocked down immediately. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Out wide right, it's Harden. Could not make his way to the corner. 3rd and long right here. Got him on the RPO. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. UMass will line up to punt it away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. Gets his first one of the day off. He was called on 4 times in last week's win. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Off play action on first down. Tight end finds a soft spot. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. It's been a defensive battle through the first period, and the stats tell that tale. Looks as if we might have a change in the weather here to start the second quarter. Let's check in with Holly.
Hey guys, one quick update. I told you it was snowing to start the game, but in the last few minutes after that first quarter ended, it is significantly worse. It is coming down hard right now, and this snow is really going to start impacting the game here in the second quarter. Back to you.
Okay, Holly, I know you're out in the elements. Keep an eye on that. They give it to him again. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. Looking to pass. It's Richter. Rushes on. And the third down pass is incomplete. And the Rockets will try to pin them back with the punt. He'll try to really get into this one. Not a lot of room to field this one. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. UMass ready to get things started as the offense takes the field. Drops back on first down. Missed receiver there. It's incomplete. They'll need a bunch on second down. Quick give. Nice move to pick up yardage. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33. With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. To the ground. He's got it again. Dropped immediately. He got nothing on first down. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Sends it back in motion. Second down, going to throw it. Grabbed over the middle. It's Dowling. Oh, he's got some space. Inside the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Minutemen. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch it.
And these offenses, man, they've been struggling, and you've been waiting. Who's going to make the big play? They finally break through. They make the big explosive play, and maybe this is what they needed to get this offense rolling.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the score comes on a huge play in the passing game, covering 67 yards to the end zone. From inside the 10, here he comes. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Toledo hoping to get things going on this drive as the offense takes the field. They're looking for something, looking for anything to try to put some kind of score on the board, down 7-0. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. Pulls it. Tackled after a short gain. It'll be 2nd and 9. 2nd and long here. Smith takes the handoff. Finding some room. He'll pick up a few on the play, just enough for the first down. They'll mark it right at midfield. The Rockets come to the line with a new set of downs. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down. Looking for a man. It's Richter. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
A chance to sort of put the defense on its heels if you convert a 3rd and long. This one from the 44. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Unloads to the wideout. Complete downfield. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
That is a beautiful throw. We were all talking coming into this game. We weren't sure if anyone was going to be able to complete a pass because of these conditions. And as a quarterback, when you're throwing in the snow, the ball's slick. Anyone running a route, it's hard to get in and out of breaks. But those two guys were on the same page right there, coming up with a huge play in the inclement weather.
They'll send the back in motion. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Smith. At the 20, he's got space. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14. Run in the red zone, it's Miller. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. On the delay, it's Smith. The draw draws nothing except a swarm of tacklers. He's stopped immediately. The give to the back. That was an important stop there as they try to hold them to a field goal on this drive. Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. Smashes it between the uprights. That'll bring him to within 4.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. He'll be stopped just short of the 25-yard line. They'll mark it at the 24, and good work by the coverage unit. They'll move the wide receiver. Back to pass, it's Watson. Got out of trouble and throws. He's got it. Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Finds his way for 3 out to the 33. It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. Trying to slip through and pick it up. Looks as if he has enough to move the chains. It'll be a first down, UMASS. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. Fresh set of downs going up top. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Long way to go on 2nd down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. And to get rid of it quickly.
Well, he did what he was coached to do, and he threw it away, but you can see he's frustrated with himself. He knows he's one of the fastest quarterbacks in the country, and I think he's wishing he had that play back, as he might have been able to take off and scramble, and who knows what could have happened for the offense.
He gets just a few links away from that first down marker as they almost convert on 3rd down there. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. The run inside, it's Smith. Hit and stopped right there, not much on that pickup. Clock's running and they'll try to get to the line, warp speed for 2nd down. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read. Read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
He fires to the left side. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. They boot it away. He'll try to make the catch in traffic. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 31-yard line. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. Now the offense wants to make sure everything's straightened out, and they call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Looking for a man, it's Watson. Extending the play. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide. Trying to save time on defense, they use their second timeout. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. He's going to run it. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. Wanting to stop the clock on defense, they use their 3rd and final timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Punt is on its way. Looks it in. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. Quick give. It's Smith. There he goes. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. And the Rockets want to pick up the tempo.
What a phenomenal job in the open field, breaking off the long run, and they're not going to just take their time and huddle up to get the next play called. They're right back at the line of scrimmage, going tempo.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. He picks up the fumble, but they'll blow it dead right there. And remember, at this stage of the game, the only person who can advance a fumble for the offense is the fumbler. Wow, this offense is doing nothing. They've already punted 4 times and staring at the possibility of a 5th. Turns it on in midfield. Steered out of bounds at about the 36-yard line. A big pickup, and they are threatening. He's racked up 92 yards on the ground, and he has his eyes fixed on leading the nation in rushing. To the air, it's Richter. They're all over him, and they got him.
How about this defense in this game so far? Already 5 sacks, and we're only in the second quarter. I think if you're the offensive coordinator, you have got to start mixing up these play calls, moving the pocket, get your quarterback away from danger, because it's obvious. This offensive line, they cannot hold up, and they cannot get it done.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, thanks. Welcome into the Week 11 version of the EA Sports College Football Update Show as we inch closer to bowl season. We start with Akron taking on the Western Michigan Broncos. And it's the Zips able to pull off the upset in this one, but by the narrowest of margins. The result today gets them back to 500. It's something they harped on in practice all week, and they will celebrate this one for at least 24 hours. Now over to your game inside the Glass Bowl. What a day so far from that stud linebacker. He's truly the quarterback of that defense, and he's really dictating the way things are going. A dynamic defender in every sense of the word.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Minutemen going back to work on offense. They opened this third quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the second half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come out and meet the physical challenge of this offense.
Scanning the field, it's Watson. Still looking. He'll pull it down and run. Still running at the 40. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. From the gun, running back on the move. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on first down. They've got him looking run, but they're going to throw it. Timed it perfectly to knock it free and forces the third down. Trying to pick up a first down. Gets the back moving. On third and long, he has to throw for it. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
For this defense, man, to get back into the game, we talked about it at half. They got to pressure the quarterback. They got to force some sacks, and they do it. On this first drive, they get to him. They get him on the ground. Nice job by this defense.
UMass will line up to punt it away. Fourth time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Looking for room. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. The Rockets offense is back on the field. So they get the ball back after the defense forces a punt, and I'm sure they tried to make some adjustments at halftime after a little bit of a rocky first half. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. Sells the run, wants to pass. And it's incomplete, deflected, knocked away by the D. They'll need a bunch on second down. Looking downfield, it's Richter. Out wide left, it's Simpson.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his...
Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
Man, I think this quarterback needs to take his offensive line out for dinners more often because they're not protecting him, and sometimes it doesn't even look like they're trying. That now the 6th sack of the game for this defense.
The Rockets will call on their punt team. That leg is staying loose, already the 5th kick of the night. Fields the punt. Slips through the line. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. The Minutemen offense taking the field, looking primed and ready to roll. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. Second down to the air. Flip it out to the back on the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. They try to pop a run on the draw. They stop him after a short game, probably just wanted to mitigate the losses with fourth down coming. UMass will line up to punt it away. This will be the 5th kick of the night. Trying to get started. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. And the offense back on the field, ready to dial up ball plays. From the gun, it's Smith.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run and get a short little gain. No harm, no foul.
Right back to it. Down he goes. They've made third down offense a key. It'll be tested on third and long from the 28. Dropping back, it's Richter. Under pressure. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity.
I think this quarterback now at this point is looking over to the sideline saying, hey, can we just not throw it anymore? I mean, my guys, they can't block for me. I've got no chance back here. We need to just run the ball from this point out.
And the Rockets will send out the punt unit. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Gonna field this one in tight quarters. They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. The UMass offense returns to the field. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but caught, and he's got room. He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32.
How nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
Gonna run it. It's Baldwin. Knocked down at the 27 after a pickup of 5. Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. This time they'll throw it, keeping his eyes downfield. They knock him down at the 21. It's a pickup of 5 yards on the play and enough for a first down. Handoff from the gun. Pickup of 5. It's now 2nd and 5. UMass mounting a threat from the red zone. Gives it to the back on the draw. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. UMass now faces a 3rd and short. Plows his way ahead. Here's a little room there. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone. Wide receiver going in motion. With the run on 1st and goal. Stopped in his tracks, and they'll have to try it again. Both of these teams still on the outside looking in at the top 25, but here are the rankings as we are winding our way toward the end of the season. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. On the ground. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Minutemen! They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a 2-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, but getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
And the extra point is up and good, and they have an 11-point 4th quarter lead. So that's a 59-yard touchdown drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. He'll start the return inside his 5. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. To the air, it's Richter. Oh, pressure's coming. Oh, and he took a shot as he threw that one away. 2nd and long here. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Left side is Simpson. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down. The Rockets come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Intercepted, and that is the last thing they needed. Not a lot of room on the return, but he'd already gotten the most important thing, the ball, and they have it at the 46.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the 4th quarter, everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet, but it's getting pretty close.
UMass ready to get things started as the offense takes the field. And that interception might well be the nail in the coffin. Offense gets the ball back, up by 2 scores.
And both of these defenses, man, they've been so good. They've been physical. They've been great tackling, limiting explosive plays. But it's these type of plays right here, when it's kind of a 50-50, 60-40, where the offense has to make the play, the defense has been consistently winning in this football game.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Finds his target. Tackled right at the 43-yard line, and this knee didn't let him sniff that 1st down marker. Punt is in the air on 4th down. And he'd hoped to pin him deep. Instead, it will be a touchback. Here comes the offense onto the field again. Back to throw, it's Richter. Fires to the wideout. They needed a big play, and they got it. And the foot down for the 1st down. So much for the tough field position. One play, and you're already to the 35. Snap on 1st down, wants to throw. Nice play by the defense to jar that one loose. Long way to go on 2nd down. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. Caught.
You got to like this defense, man. All game long, great job tackling the football. Like, you throw it on the perimeter, they're coming up. They're not giving the run after the catch to these receivers. A lot of times you see so much damage done after the catch. This defense has been dialed in, and the big play has been a non-issue.
That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. They boot it away on 4th down. And the punt will hit at the 7, and they can't corral it. It goes into the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. Straight ahead, it's Baldwin. Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23. Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. Kept the last one on the ground. Now they'll throw. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. UMASS to the line facing 3rd and long. They'll keep it on the ground to the right. Turning it on. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Right back to the well. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking downfield, it's Watson. Throws to the wideout. Right side, it's Griffin. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a 1st down. Fresh setter downs going to the air. Great job to separate the ball from the receiver there. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. This will be picked off, maybe just the turning point they needed. Hits the accelerator to the right. All the way back. Touchdown, Rockets.
How fast did this game just change? Offense in the lead with the football, looking great. Defense makes the big play. We've got ourselves a ball game now.
They'll go for 2 here and try to climb within a field goal late. He's looking to throw. Quickly to the flat, the wide receiver screen. He gets it in for the 2, and now a field goal would tie it. On the move from inside his 5. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. The Minutemen going back to work on offense. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
Got enough for the first down. He stopped, but he's got enough to move the chain. And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. Hands it off. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line. They'll probably bleed every second possible off this clock before they snap it. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. Driven back. The crowd elevating its energy, willing this defense to get a stop on this big third down. On the move, trying to make magic on the scramble. And he gets it done on third down. They move the chains, and they'll mark it at the 44. The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. Tackled way behind the line. It'll be a loss of 7. Trying to save time on defense, they use their second timeout. They've got one timeout left now. They'll have to choose wisely as to when to use it. They've got him corralled. Wanting to stop the clock on defense, they use their third and final timeout. And they'll have to navigate the rest of this game without being able to stop the clock. Gives it. At midfield, he's got room. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41. They'll ride the hot hand. Breaks into the open. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. And it should be very doable for this offense to pick up a couple of inches, move the sticks for a first down, and put one in the win column. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to put a bow on this one. This drive has been exclusively on the ground. Could they be setting up a shot play? And the offense is content with where it is. They'll take a knee. It has been said that the obstacle is the way, and this obstacle is now back-to-back losses.
Back-to-back L's. It's not the end of the world, though. I still think there's time for this team to figure out what they're going to do, how they're going to finish the season strong. It's not over yet. 2 bad weeks. Flush it down the toilet. Refocus the mechanism. We're ready to rock and roll next week.
It just needs to be about finding a way to win a game right now. In all likelihood, 99.9% chance the college football playoff now is not a possibility anymore. That's okay. Let's worry about winning a game. Let's go back. Let's watch the film. Let's get back to being who we are so we can get this ship right.
This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis saying goodbye, everybody.